Showtime for the new look Missouri Western men's basketball team. The Griffins open shop this Friday in the Hilliard Tip-Off Classic. Welcome back to GSI. Ryan Menley, Brett Easley, and making his GSI debut, the MIAA's all-time leader in wins, Coach Tom Smith. Thanks for joining us.
You're more than welcome. I'm happy to be here.
Great to be here.
At my age, you're happy to be anywhere.
We've talked about those 11 new players a lot this preseason. How many of those you have coming in? How are you looking coming into Friday's matchup with Avila?
Well, you know, it's interesting because I spent a day going out and looking at some other teams playing in a big classic down in Bartlesville, Oklahoma, and thought it might give me an idea of where we stood in comparison to some other teams. And I walked out, and I don't think I knew any more than when I walked in. But we've had good practices. We definitely have weapons that we've never had before. It's a matter of whether we can defend and stop some people, especially people with size, I think.
Coach Smith talked about a couple of the new names. Obviously, one of those, P. Allen Stinnett. Folks know he came from Creighton. Folks know he had a very good career at Creighton. You got another Division I transfer as well, James Harvey. And above and beyond anything else, we've got guys that can score, don't we?
Well, I think it's been a long time, maybe 94, 95, since I've had this kind of offensive firepower, especially the shooting ability to shoot the ball. And there's no question, P. Allen can be a difference maker. Without any question, he could be one of the better players in the league. Obviously, we have to get by some things with P. Allen and make sure that he's doing the right things. If he does, he's gonna make us 4 or 5 games better than we would normally be without him. I think Harvey is gonna be a regular player. I think Jonathan Phelps is going to give us a lot of offense. I think the guy who's going to be the toughest to keep off the floor probably is T.J. Johnson, 6'3", just kind of all-purpose. Looks like the Energizer Bunny. He's just up and down the floor. He goes and goes and goes. And as you well know, I like kids like that.
You open with Avila Friday. That's an NAIA team. You should take care of business there. Michigan Tech on Saturday. They were 9-18 a year ago. Will this be a measuring stick game, your first Division II competition, or how do you view the game on Saturday?
Well, when you see it, Michigan Tech is a program that goes in spurts because they use high school kids, and there's no question they need to. And they were young last year, and I think now they're more experienced. I think they're going to be a good basketball team. I think the last time they were here in the Hilliard, they beat us. And beat one of our better teams. But I think we'll have a really good measuring stick with them, especially in terms of whether we can handle size or not. Michigan Tech will have size, and they do have size. Last time we played, they really took it inside against us and really hurt us. We couldn't compensate for it. It'll be interesting to see what we need to do to stop inside players, and I think we'll find that out against them.
Hilliard Tip-Off Classic begins Friday at the Missouri Western Fieldhouse. The Griffins take on Avila Friday night, 7:30 p.m., take on Michigan Tech Saturday night, 7:30 p.m. We'll talk to you after the first 2 games of the season next week.
Can't wait.
Coach Smith, good luck.
Can't wait.
See you Friday, Saturday.
GSI will be right back. Their near win over Division I Mizzou in Columbia raised some eyebrows in the preseason. Now the Western women hope to turn heads in the regular season. Welcome back to GSI. Joining us right now is 4th-year head women's basketball coach Lynn Plett. It's your GSI debut. Aren't you excited?
I'm thrilled. I am.
Well, Coach Plett, hard to believe. We've played 2 exhibition games, and you've got to be pleased in what you've seen in the exhibition games, but hard to believe we're going to tip it off for real Friday night, aren't we?
Yeah, it is. It's been a interesting 3 weeks or so, and as you mentioned, I had a good start with Missouri. Was very pleasantly surprised, actually. We hung with them the entire ball game and had a chance even at the end to make it really interesting with a 2-point deficit with about 2.5 minutes to go. So that was encouraging, and really I think it was really a confidence builder for our girls.
Lynn, as you head into opening weekend, obviously we've seen a lot of positives in the first couple of exhibition games, but all coaches see things that they need to work on out of the side of your eye. Going into this weekend, what's your biggest concern?
I think we're still going to be very suspect around the basket, especially on offense. And I think Rachel and Colleen are 2 players right now that have risen to the surface as to the main players that can help us around the basket. But we So we have to do a few little different things, I think, with some of our perimeter players to try to rotate them around and take advantage of some mismatches when they are created. Hopefully, I think our outside shooting has improved a lot. At least it's shown so far this year. And so I'm really much more optimistic about the perimeter game that we have so far.
You're in Illinois Friday. You meet Northern Michigan in the Quincy tournament. Huge test off the bat. They won 20 games, made the NCAA tournament last year. Just talk about that matchup.
Yeah, they've got they lost some pretty key players, but they've got 5 seniors back on their team, 3 of whom played significant minutes last year on a very successful season for them. So they'll be experienced, and they've also got a couple of Division I transfers that came in from University of Wisconsin Green Bay.
That would be a good win for you Saturday, Friday, if you can get by them. So
absolutely.
That's
yes.
Lynn Plett.
Look forward to it.
No,
they open
thanks.
on Friday. We'll talk to you next week right here. Is that all right?
That's good.
Okay, that's Lynn Plett, GSI. I'll be right back.
The best thing about this facility is the worst thing. Everyone wants to use it. Oh, not again.
I don't understand why they didn't put a basket in here. Where are the baskets in here?
Welcome back to GSI. We have Swami Easley once again because he won the Pick'em segment again last week.
It's hard being me, folks.
You've won it all but 1 week, and you went 7-1. I went 6-2, and overall, you're just destroying me. So you're going to own that
I
code.
need to open my own service.
Yeah, you should, and it looks really.
Danny Sheridan.
It looks really good on you. Let's get to this week's picks in the Big 12. Mizzou at Iowa State.
Iowa State, Missouri. I didn't have the warm and fuzzies last week. Give me the Cyclones.
Wow. Mizzou fan picking against Mizzou. I'll take Mizzou. Oklahoma State at KU.
Now we just judge how badly KU loses, not whether or not they're going to win. It's Oklahoma State.
They lose by 63. I pick Oklahoma State. K-State at Colorado.
I like what I saw from Bill Steiner's bunch last week. If he plays Dylan Klein, K-State wins.
I'll take K-State as well. Florida Atlantic at Texas.
You know what? The Longhorns finally found somebody they can beat at home. Who thought we'd be saying that about Mac Brown, Texas?
Unbelievable. I'll take Texas as well. OU at Baylor.
Big game here. Give me Baylor. Robert Griffin. They'll beat Oklahoma at home.
I'll take Oklahoma just to pick against you. Nebraska at Texas A&M.
It's kind of a sexy game as well. I'm taking the Aggies. Aggies going to upset Nebraska in College Station.
I will take Nebraska. Arizona at the Chiefs in the NFL.
Chiefs fans, Chiefs get healthy this week. They'll beat the lowly Cardinals and take over first place again in the AFC West.
I'll take the Chiefs as well. What the heck? And in the MIAA, it's not the MIAA anymore. This is the Division II National Regional Playoffs. West Texas at Central Missouri in one side of the region.
One and done for the Mules. Give me West Texas and Warrensburg.
Interesting. I will take Central Missouri. And then, of course, let's take this off, Swami, and get down to
serious business.
Arguably the most important game, the biggest game in Missouri Western history. The Griffins in their second playoff appearance ever. They have to go to the defending national champion rival, Northwest Missouri State.
I agree with Coach Partridge on several areas. Everything you want to do in a season runs through Maryville, and that goes for anybody in the country. You know what I'm going to do, Ryan, Saturday? I'm really going to enjoy watching our senior class play because I believe in fate. I've said this for 2 or 3 weeks. I believe that your Drew Newharts, your Andrew Meads, Brad Beckwith, the list goes on and on. Those are good people, and I believe good things happen to good people. I think this team was destined to get a shot at the playoffs. I think this team was destined not only to get a shot in the playoffs, but a chance to beat Northwest in Maryville, and boy, wouldn't that be sweet. But going to take care of the ball. Both the offensive and defensive lines have to play well, and we need a little bit of luck, too, if we're going to do it.
Northwest, obviously a quality program as well, but I think the stars are aligned for something stupid to happen.
Steal a term from Tom Smith, it's in the cards. We believe it's in the cards.
Well, we'll have to see it noon on Saturday. That is GSI for this week. Check out the show on GoGriffins.com. All the updates from Missouri Western. And as always,
big week. Go Griffs.
Go Griffs.